Do you feel like AI is taking over the creator market? On YouTube nowadays and other social media platforms, we see a lot of AI-generated content. And does that leave you with a sense of competition that you can't keep up with? Have you reached a point where you feel like you're drowning in all the AI-generated content and you feel like you are losing the connection with your creative art trying to keep up with AI? I want to show you how you can leverage AI without letting it kill your creative flow and your creative uniqueness. Okay, so first of all, creation can never be oversaturated because at our core, we are all creator beings. We all can create and we all should create, because when we do, we align with our spirit's desire to express. So the truth is that content creation is more important and valuable beyond the market that you want to serve or the audience on the market where you want to serve. And today, with all these different type of AI generated content like videos, whatever, more than ever, people needs to connect with the energy behind the content and connect with the creator behind the content. And I do think that shows both in terms when it comes to creating, but also when you consume other creations. I looked at a creator on YouTube yesterday and the content was good. I really resonated with the concept, but so intellectually, on an intellectual level, I knew, okay, this is good. I understand. This is valuable for me to know. These perspectives are valuable for me, but it didn't resonate. I was like, 1 minute after that video, I was like, what was it about? Because it didn't connect with anything within me. And therefore, I think that we should understand that the relationship with the content that we create and the relationship with the content that we consume all boils down to a feeling. Obviously, what we feel. Do we feel inspired? Do we feel motivated? Do we feel upfilled with, a strategy that we really, really believe that we could apply? And all those feelings points towards the essence where they come from. The energy source, because everything in this universe is energy. That's why energy is what creates our emotion, energy in motion. And AI can help us speed up the process of finishing a creation, and it can be a very, very valuable asset. But just because an asset is valuable, it doesn't mean that it replaces the creator. Just because an asset is valuable doesn't override other values, like the emotional connection with the creation. And by recognizing that artificial intelligence can be an asset. Okay, so having awesome tools doesn't replace the creation itself or the creator who created it. It's like having better colors for your art does not replace you as an artist. But if you feel like AI is taking over that creative joy, that connection with yourself, with the source that your inspiration comes from, and maybe you even view it as a better creator than you. Let's say you have this idea and you brainstorm with ChatGPT and ask it to outline a script for a YouTube video or a blog article or whatever. And when you look at the result, you feel like, okay, this is better than my first draft. First of all, that is not true. Secondly, that is just a sign that you are giving away your authority as the creator. And the solution to that is, of course, to take back the power. Let AI assist you, but be mindful for where you ask for assistance. I think it's a very good idea to ask for assistance if it's something that is really, really new to you. You don't have no idea how to proceed. You want to write your first sales page, but you have no idea what to include. Yeah, you can turn to AI and ask it to write it for you or come with suggestions. But here's the thing, as soon as you start to understand the key points, you start to understand, okay, this is how I should title my YouTube videos. This is how I should hook the audience. This is how I should show up on Pinterest and so on. Once you start to learn that, don't fall into the trap of being lazy and just let I do the work for you. Because when you do, chances are that you will actually never really learn the new skills that you want to master. Some people use AI to let it help you come up with ideas. I should be cautious with this because I do believe that being creative is a muscle you need to train. The truth is that we are all creators, but for many of us, that muscle is weakened because we don't create space to receive that connection, to receive those inspired ideas. That is one thing. We don't make the space, time to actually create rather than just planning and absorbing others' inspiration. But if you, for instance, really feel stuck, okay, you have not been creative for years and it feels like a blockage, you can seem to not come up with anything, well, then I think it could be a good idea to ask ChatGPT not to come up with ideas for you because you need to train that muscle, but you can ask ChatGPT to come up with brainstorming prompts, powerful questions, because questions is always the answer. Learning that questions will always lead you further and beyond. And what do I mean by that? Okay, let's say that you are scrolling Instagram and you see this reel that really inspires you. Yeah, inspiration, that is always a sign that you are connected with your spirit in some way. But then you go blank, like, okay, but what should I do with this? You first receive the emotion, the feeling. Yeah, that's your sign. But when you try to only use your mind, you lose connection with that feeling and you turn to AI. Okay, this is something that I stumble upon. Help me come up with an idea how I can make content relevant to my niche audience, whatever, my passion. It's like you are receiving the energy from your spirit. I'm pointing upwards, but from within your infinite source of everything. And you receive that and you let it flow into your mind. But then by not letting it be there, but not using your mind consciously, you rather translate that feeling into a mental concept that you now want help with. But what I suggest you do instead is stay with that inspiration and ask questions. Okay, what did I feel? How could I translate this to my niche? And maybe the answer will not come like that. Maybe that gap of silence is what will actually lead you to that inspired ideas that you want to expand on. Having templates and systems is a wonderful thing. I apply it all the time. I have created a lot in the past, frameworks to ignite the spark within me. But you can also ask ChatGPT, okay, this is the idea, help me come up with questions. Because there is this truth when it comes to coaching. Coaching is basically all built upon powerful questions. And powerful question is an open question. And it doesn't invite a yes or no answer. It invites the person who got asked the question to stretch and follow that question and see where it leads the client. So question is powerful. And let me see here in my notes. Yeah, I wrote here, you receive the ideas from spirit. Don't let AI kill it. When you create space for coming up with ideas, don't let your muscles turn weak by letting someone else do the work for you. You receive the idea, you plant the seed. Now it's time for you to nourish it with your energy. And there is this sign. When you feel it, that is a sign that it's coming from within you. If you are watching this video and you feel some inspiration, that is not about me or my content. It's about you feeling something inside you that awoke the inspiration. The inspiration comes from you, not from me or any other. We often say that I got so inspired by, but the truth is something somebody said or did pointed our attention inwards where we discovered that inspiration. Yeah. And another awesome way to use AI, I think, is, as I started by saying, if it's something that you really feel stuck on and have no clue, you can brainstorm with AI and let it guide you inwards yourself by giving examples or whatever. But as soon as you feel something, let's say that you're completely blank and you are thinking about starting your YouTube channel and you want to come up with 10, 12 video ideas, because that is my recommendation, is to do the passion check, but we will not discuss that now. But you will want to do the passion check. You want to come up with 12 videos and you ask ChatGPT, you are telling it, your assistant, about your dreams, vision, goals, your expertise, your struggles, what you want, help me come up with 10 ideas. And when you receive those 10 ideas, if something makes you feel something, then and only then pick up on that, because it's not about ChatGPT making you creative. You just use it as a coach to assist you to look inwards. So if you got this idea, 5 different ways to organize your bedroom for a healthy love life, I don't know. If that is something that ChatGPT come up with, but you feel like, yeah, this is so true. Maybe it's not 5, it's 3 things that I do or have done. That is a sign that it comes from you. It's not AI who creates the idea for you. So, and the second thing is to let it help you organize things. The things that you already have created or have received the inspiration regarding. So for example, I take all my transcripts from my videos and I ask ChatGPT. First of all, AI is the one that translated. I use Riverside AI to get the transcript. So there we have AI. It assists me. And then I use that transcript and insert it into ChatGPT and just ask it to, okay, help me proofread this. And then I maybe ask, okay, help me organize this so that it could be a blog post pointing to the topic within the content. And then I often get a draft, and I never publish my blog post as ChatGPT version that ChatGPT gives me. I use it as the Canva or the skeleton, and then I go and rearrange everything. I add my personal language to it. And I also think AI is a great organizer assistant to, if you are, for example, if you are want to use this transcript to, okay, we will move on to another example. If you are trying to learn something and you are reading a book and you are making notes on what you are learning, or you are listening to a podcast of someone telling you how to, I'm into organizing today, I don't know why, organize your kitchen for a more healthy lifestyle or healthy diet, and you feel like, okay, this touches me, but I need to organize it to make it so that I can easily and visually see it. Then you can use that transcript or that notes and ask AI to help you summarize it. And that's the same. I do this a lot. When I come up with an idea and I like to just press record, I love writing, but it takes too long. So I just record the idea and I can talk. Often when I'm having those sessions with myself, it's like conversation with a friend. So it's not like I'm having a presentation starting from A and going all the way to, the finish line. So it can be very much all over the place. And then I can ask ChatGPT to summarize it for me. So then I have like a more structured vision of the vision that I received that woke the inspired idea. So use AI to help you be more creative, but don't let AI take over your creative power by doing the work for you. And for example, if you are interested in YouTube and feel like, okay, this is the platform that I want to learn and start out on, but you feel a little bit stuck when it comes to coming up with title or video ideas, instead of just asking ChatGPT, build a framework, create a template for that. And I have actually created a template with 100 video ideas, fill in the blank video ideas, because the purpose with this template is not to say, okay, this is a good hook, this is a good title, because it will probably not awake your spark wanting to do something that comes from within you. So instead, this is a fill in the blank. So that helps you trade and stretch your mind to be creative while you have different angles, different hooks, if you will, to make YouTube videos with titles that have the potential to actually hook your ideal audience. And I will leave a link for you in the description if that is something that you are interested in. It only costs $1, so I never say that something is cheap or expensive because it's all relative. $1 for someone can be a lot, and $1,000 for someone can be nothing. But it costs $1, so check it out if you're interested. Just let me see in the notes here. That was a blank page. But anyway, yeah, I ended with this. Question is always a great asset, and framework can also help. Yeah, and the framework that I mentioned was my template, but you can feel free to create your own, like, templates to target the same topic from different angles. Hope that made sense. Hope you found value in this video. If it's resonated, consider to subscribe. And if you are one of my few subscribers already, please let me know who you are in the comments. I want to get to know you so that I can serve you better. And I hope to see you in the next episode.
Those memories, will you stand the line for me? Will you let me be dark when I need to be?